How's it going, everybody? Broken Controller Club's Bad Game Summer is back again with another terrible game to highlight, warn you about, give you ideas for prank gifts. Either way, I hope you're enjoying watching these as I've got a lot more to show you before the summer's over. Today's game is Celebrity Deathmatch, a game based off a claymation TV show that aired on MTV. A channel that, in its youth, kind of like Madonna, was once the talk of the town and was hot and sexy and everybody was messing around with it. And now it's just old, gross, and trying to hang on to what's left of its relevance. Yeah. This is a really trippy game to play in 2022 because it was released in 2003, so the celebrities that are in this game are really considered pretty ancient nearly 20 years later. Not to get morbid, at least right now, but a few of these people are dead or in jail as well. I can only imagine that a Celebrity Deathmatch game made now would probably feature YouTubers and TikTokers as half the roster. You've got a roster of 25 celebrities like Anna Nicole Smith, Mr. T, all of NSYNC, Busta Rhymes, Carmen Electra, Tommy Lee, and you can also unlock weird additional non-celebrity characters like the Wolfman and the Mummy. All of the celebrities in this have been on the show except for Cindy Margolis, and after checking her out online, that could have been replaced with any number of other female celebrities who would have been a lot more fun to play as. Now keep in mind that this is the PS2 version, and there's also a PS1 version of the game that didn't even have half the cast and topped out at like 10 characters. It was really disappointing that also across all the versions, you couldn't even unlock additional celebrities. To help offset that, there's a create a celebrity mode where you can make your own self-entitled freak. However, the customization options available just weren't very good and this wasn't fun. Supposedly, you can unlock Adam Sandler in this mode as well, but I couldn't get it to work. And really, they should only include Adam Sandler if you're also going to automatically unlock David Spade, Kevin James, Chris Rock, Rob Schneider, and John Lovitz. Once you pick your chosen mentally ill, politically misinformed closet deviant, the gameplay is like a mixture between a fighting game and a wrestling game, neither of which it's very good at. In a way, it reminded me of Squaresoft's PS1 game Airgiz, which also mixed fighting and wrestling, and while kind of average, still played one hell of a lot better than this. Each match takes place in a ring, and you have various attacks you can use to beat the hell out of your opponent. Taking damage fills up a special bar and lets you use a special attack that's unique to each celebrity to help you turn the tables. You won't really need to do this very often though, because the AI is completely brain dead in this game. I was regularly able to knock the computer character down and then kick them repeatedly, and they'd usually lose around half their health before they'd finally get up. Once their life bar is totally depleted, you can hit the kill button and do some elaborate fatality move to finish them off. Very few of them were entertaining to watch though, and I thought they weren't very good representations of the characters. Like for example, Mr. T will drop the A-Team van on them, and Ron Jeremy drops a pair of giant disco mirror balls on his enemy, because of his balls or something, I guess. It was stupid. He could have given them an STD that would have rotted them away within seconds that would have been funnier than balls. Anyway, the kill attacks in this are the same thing every time, so once you've seen them, they completely lose what little charm they had. Also, there were very few normal attacks in this, like punches and kicks, which was annoying, but I do respect what the game's trying to do, it just doesn't work. Everything in this is meant to be some wacky attack, like when Anna Nicole Smith attacks with watermelons, or shooting boob milk, or Ron Jeremy will attack with a chicken between his legs, or a giant banana. Dennis Rodman will twirl around in a tutu, and Carrot Top will use any number of props that... it doesn't matter, it's Carrot Top, and hardly anybody remembers this idiot. I will say that each character's damage is visible the lower their health gets, and I've always liked that touch in games. Or maybe it's that I like watching these people get hurt. I could go either way. The graphics are okay. I feel like you'd have to be functionally retarded not to nail claymation-style graphics on a PS2 though. Like, even Clay Fighter did that 2 generations earlier on the SNES, so it can't really be that hard. I will say that it's pretty crummy that if you look in the background, the audience doesn't even move. Like, they just sit there silent as if they were watching John Oliver perform. The voices are pretty generic too, though Ron Jeremy actually voices himself, but let's be honest, even back then, he probably got paid in penicillin and a couple cheeseburgers and wasn't allowed around any women on the development team. If you care at all, there's a couple different modes of play in this. There's Deathmatch, which is just picking a character and fighting with the computer or a friend or something. Or there's the episode mode, which is where you're in the predetermined themed matchups between characters like you would see on the TV show. This plays just like Deathmatch, except beating each tier gets a bonus character unlock. And that's really all there is to Celebrity Deathmatch. It's a game that, if it just had to be made, should have been given a better roster for fans to see and want to play with. The action was pretty awful, with most of the moves not making any sense, not having any real utility, so you're just reduced to mashing buttons until you can kill off your opponent. This game is crap, and is one of the few fighting games I've played that have no replayability, which is something you have to really try at. So as I've made it clear on many occasions, I really don't like most Hollywood celebrities, so of course seeing a rebooted Celebrity Deathmatch TV show would be a lot of fun to watch. Let me know in the comments what matchups you'd like to see, or if you've got a roster in mind for a new game. I would love to hear it. That wraps it up for another Bad Game Summer episode. Subscribe to find out what trash I'm playing next. Thanks for watching. Congratulations! You're one of an elite few to make it to the end of the video. Reward yourself by hitting the round subscribe button in the middle, and then check out the other goodies I've got in the links next to it.